Okay, let's see what we have here. Let's see if this is gonna work. If anybody can hear me, I'm getting the live stream set up. Okay, and I'm just trying to get it to work. All right, if anybody can hear me, I'm getting the live stream set up. Okay, guys, so hi everyone. Uh-oh. All right. Okay, it should be going. All right, y'all. So hopefully this is working. Let me just go ahead and try this. I'm using a streaming. All right. Hopefully this should work. All right. Okay. So hopefully it should be public now. Hopefully this should work, you guys. So I'm going to be doing a talk in regards to how to catch a killer. And this is going to be really interesting. Hopefully this thing starts to fill up, or hopefully it's working. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me and if this is working okay. I'm using a new streaming software, so probably something that's going to happen is I'm going to download the video, edit it, and then upload it again, just, because I don't know what happened. But I'm going to be doing this how to catch a killer, and I'm going to be sharing some very interesting information, with you guys. And it's going to be me personally. I didn't think that I was going to even have to go. This was going to go this far, but my guides told me that I did need to put this information out. And this is like for a lot of you guys who have your spiritual job and stuff like that. This is like, oh my God, this type of stuff that you have to deal with, right? So I want to go ahead and I want to show you guys, tell you guys something that's been going on. So I recently found out that one of the karmics that's been gang stalking me, etc., this person is actually a murderer. What they do is they use fishing trips and work trips as a disguise to go to different places to capture women who do sex work, and he basically asphyxiation. And it's so funny that this is the case, because this person definitely has some placements in their zodiac chart of the throat chakra. So it makes sense that they would be kind of going out and doing this type of stuff to women. Their Lilith is in Taurus, and Taurus rules over the throat chakra. So how did I come to this conclusion? So 5 years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, I had this crazy ass dream. And in the dream, I was like sitting in my bed, and I sat up in my bed, and there was this man. It was a tall, lighter skinned man. And he was wearing this coat, a long green raincoat. And he was waving a big ass machete at me. I was like, what the fuck? And I was hella scared in the dream. And it was like the scariest thing. I've never had nightmares. I don't have nightmares. The only time I've had like a nightmare is when I've like watched a scary movie and then I have a nightmare after. So this was nothing had to TV or nothing like that. And this was before, like I was already on my spiritual path since like 2010, 2011, but I wasn't having crazy ass dreams like this. And I literally woke up, and for the next 2 days, like I was literally sick in my body. I was so scared. I didn't know what the fuck that dream was about. Come to find out years later, it was the King of Swords. That's why he was waving that big ass sword around me. And this karmic that I'm talking about, he has an Aquarius moon. And the King of Swords is a man who's an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But I didn't put two and two together until later. Fast forward, or fast back, a couple months ago, I was in New Orleans at Cafe Du Monde. I was out there for work. I was doing work, like policy stuff and whatnot, youth development, So we went to go speak at a conference. And at this conference, I had left my group, and I had went on my own, and I had went to Cafe Du Monde. But Cafe Du Monde is open 24/7 in New Orleans. And I went down there at night and I got me a beignet and things like that. And I started just writing a bunch of stories. And one of the stories that I wrote was about a man. He was a sea merchant. And he was a sea merchant, right? And this man would go up and down the river. And you see, I didn't know that the river was right behind Cafe Du Monde, because remember, I was there at night. So I didn't see the Mississippi River where one of the women is, right behind Cafe Du Monde, but I was picking up hella energy from the river. That's how I told you guys, that's how I learned how to channel ancestors and stuff like that at historical places. I told you guys this in the very first ancestor adventure. That's how I learned to channel ancestors. I would go into different spaces because I have a lot of Neptune and Cancerian and Neptune in the third decan placements. And I would pick up spiritual and psychic energies and people that were there. So I was writing these different stories and I still have them. And one of the stories that I wrote was about a sea merchant. And this sea merchant would travel up and down the river, but he had different women. And then he fell in love with one of the waitresses at the Cafe Du Monde. And I wrote this whole story and I'm going to put it up so you guys can see that I'm not tripping. This was 6 years ago. 6 years ago. And the funny thing is, while I was there in New Orleans, I kept on listening to one specific album. This individual is an Aquarius. He has a Taurus moon. He's my masculine's best friend. I couldn't stop listening to his song and his album, because that album had just come out recently. And I was like, oh my God, like I just have rediscovered this music. And the funny thing is, this individual who I was listening to their album, and this is like my masculine's close friend. So like years later now, this person is like the one in my masculine's ear about everything that's going on, etc. Right? So, moving forward, I was in New Orleans. The funny thing about this, the artist that I'm talking about, the one that he's like friends with my masculine, when I had to first expose this karmic masculine, I was singing his song, both his song and my masculine song in the video. This was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. Yeah, didn't even know anything of this was going on. Didn't even know though. Because you know how sometimes we get messages through movies and music and stuff like that. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me, am I tripping? So you guys know I always use this deck. I want to just show you this card real quick. I always use the Gypsy Oracle deck. Look at the merchant card. What's behind him? The river, right? But remember, I always call him Twinkle Toes. And I would say that this card is associated with energy of Pisces, because look at my karmic's chart. Look at my karmic's birth chart. Look. Venus, Saturn, and Rahu in Pisces. And you guys know that all Aries placements in Western are Pisces placements in Vedic. So it's definitely him, about the water and all that stuff. But wait, there's more. When I came back from New Orleans, I had gone to this political event, and one of the karmic masculines that's teamed up with this karmic to harass me and stalk me and spread pictures about me all over the place, all this type of stuff, that they were paying thousands of dollars to glamour people to hide the human trafficking ring and stuff like that. I went to an event and I met his mom there. His mom was one of the people that had gang stalked me with him. And I was just talking to her. This was before all the bullshit started. And I was talking to her and she was like, oh, I write mystery stories. And I just put a book out. And I was like, oh, I love writing. And I told her about the stories that I wrote about Cafe Du Monde. And I told her that I went to New Orleans and stuff like that. Years later, her son is teamed up with this karmic masculine, gang stalking me and all this stuff. Is it a coincidence? Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. So I found out that as of September 19th, hold on, just wait. I'm going to show you something real quick right here. Yeah. Okay. Was that the one? It wasn't that one. Ooh. So they've recently found a body in September 2020, just this past year. And they found her on September 10th. 9 and 10 is 19. 9 and 10 is 19. That's the sun card. For those of you who watched the Eben Oracle video, you guys saw that sun card come out 3 times, right? Okay. So this article that they had found, they put about the woman, September 20th. This was published at 6:21 p.m. You know, 21 is the world card. But I want to say this. There's probably one in Michigan, somewhere by the coast of Canada, like Washington, Canada border. I'm still scanning to see where they are, because I already have enough information to stop this bullshit for good. But let me keep on going. So I was like, okay, this is starting to make a whole lot of sense in terms of the gang stalking and the madness and why this shit blew up the way that it fucking did. This motherfucker was trying to hide this shit. You guys remember I keep on telling you about these dreams that I've been having about the rivers in New Orleans and stuff like that. One time I was walking out and about at night. It was late at night. I don't even know why I was outside. And I saw my karmic by the river, by the lake where we live. I don't know why I was outside and I seen this karmic and he couldn't even speak. He was just staring at me like he saw a ghost. And I was like, okay, whatever. Didn't even think anything of it. This was right after I came back from New Orleans, though. Right after I came back from New Orleans. So the other day, I told you guys that I ran into one of my old coworkers. She drives the bus now. I was walking. I never take the bus. And I was like, let me just get on the bus today because I was being lazy. And me and her used to work together with kids. She's also a Leo. Her son is a Pisces. Okay. She was talking to me. She's like, yeah, my son, he's playing football now. He's in Louisiana. I kept on telling you guys that I used to watch True Blood and Dexter, and I stopped watching the TV because I was just having it was just weird and shit like that, and stuff was going on. And I told you that I didn't start watching this TV again until quarantine started, so I caught up on the show. True Blood is shot in Louisiana. And you remember the show True Blood? Sookie Stackhouse was a fairy, and all these different vampires were trying to take her out the game because of her blood. Let's keep on going. Stephanie Love, please email me who that person is so I can get this information to you, okay? In terms of how to help you. So moving forward with the True Blood situation, now, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But now it made a whole bunch of sense in terms of that show and why I was so attracted to it. And Lilith, remember the last season I watched was when Lilith came and started destroying all the vampires. So I don't know what happened after that. And I started watching the show again. Then I was like, it just literally dawned on me after I did the whole Dee Dee Blanchard story that's what they were trying to tell me the whole time. They were also trying to tell me that same exact thing with, remember Dexter? You remember I just started recently talking about Dexter too? I remember in the show, what happened with Dexter, I stopped watching the show too. I stopped watching it at the Bay Harbor Butcher. You guys remember that with the Bay Harbor Butcher, and Dexter was going around and he would gather these people, and they found where he was dumping all the bodies. It was like a vortex in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, and all the bodies got surfaced, and Dokes ended up getting caught up for it. So they thought that Dokes was the Bay Harbor Butcher. For those of you who there's some people who know what my karmics look like and stuff like that, go Google that. Google that, and now you see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why he's doing all that shit, because he's trying to hide this. He was the King of Swords that I saw in my dream all those years ago with the raincoat, with this raincoat, getting on boats and shit like that. He was the one. He was the one that I picked up in New Orleans, Cafe Du Monde, with that story. It was him that they were talking about with the Bay Harbor Butcher. Now, what other evidence do I have? Then I was like, this is so crazy. I'm going to play something for you.
I just heard too, you're going to be in deep waters, like someone's in deep shit. Okay. I'm getting Pisces. You're going to meet an actual mob boss. Like this person actually kills people and dumps their bodies and fucking bodies of water, and somebody is like real life, like Italian.
Okay. Again, this is my karmic Vedic chart. And you see that moon in Aquarius, the King of Swords. You see all these Pisces placements. Okay. Another piece of evidence.
It almost, in a sense, kind of goes with the.
I always listen to my things like hyperspeed, but let me, this is the Eben Oracle video that I asked him to make. Mind you, I didn't tell him any of this. He doesn't know any of this, and I have proof. No one knew any of this because I didn't talk about it.
The message that Astro Queen the other day came out with about, what was it, swimming with the fishes or whatever, about somebody being dumped in water. I mean, if that's the case, if there's some real nefarious stuff going on behind the scenes and somebody got tossed in the water, I mean, that is that definitely would explain, somebody, the unseen hand, paying money to keep things under wraps here. All right.
But let me just go back to, because I think I missed over the critical part. Let me see. There you go. All right.
Somebody being basically tossed overboard, tied up into the water. That's definitely giving me vibes of, all right, maybe that's the burden that's trying to be held back here, is they don't want light shed on the fact that possibly somebody was, offed and tossed into the water somewhere. I mean,
all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, yeah. So it looks like my works are working though, because you want to know the craziest thing? For me to even try to get this stuff on here, I had to fight for with my computer for a whole hour. Just to get the video, because they've been putting, because remember I told you that they hired Stephanie Smith and their whole coven of witches to help them. That's why she's going to prison, because she's been helping a serial killer and a rapist. They're doing this type of magic to stop their secrets and shit like that from coming out. But reversals always go. I tell you guys that anybody that ever tries to tie magic on me, I will get access to all of your astral waters. You do not know how many levels below I can swim in those astral waters. My South Node is in Cancer. When it comes to being a water baby, you can't tell me shit about water. That is my element. That's my home. For many, many lifetimes, I know water. We have a very powerful relationship. So it makes a sense that why all this is going on. I was like, why the fuck is this happening? Because it just seems like a horrible fucking nightmare. Like, what is the rhyme or the reason? I knew one part was the human trafficking ring. I knew one part too was the karmics and they were doing magic, but I was like, because at first I thought this karmic was my twin. Silly fucking me. That's just my luck though, because I was like, I know how my luck goes. Watch this be some crazy ass shit where this person is like on some other shit completely, and no, it's not my twin. Come to find out, all of this had to happen to catch this person, to catch this killer. You want to know why? Because all the females that were coming to him, lying to him, to keep this shit going, because basically what ended up happening was they kept on lying to him to make it, to put me in the energy of, don't worry, no one's gonna watch if you do anything to her. She's helpless, she's harmless, no one's protecting her. My mom was even helping them. She was giving them money. Yeah, she was paying witches too. Yep. He was talking to her. She was spreading all kinds of garbage and bullshit, but this is the shit she's been doing. She's been selling her children to rapists and killers and stuff like that and abusers. Yeah. So he, in his head, he was like, oh, this is perfect. This is the perfect victim. I don't have to hide. I can do it in person. And there's other people around me helping. It's going to be our little secret. And he got fucking exposed. But it needed to happen just like that, because everyone needed to see how this person really thinks and how he really gets down. Everyone wanted to see that. And that's why I'm saying right now, with all this bullshit going on, that's why he went so far with those death rituals and that magic, because I'm like, with my visibility and how in proximity and how I know everybody, this shit should have never happened. But I didn't understand I didn't know how far that they were willing to go, because then it dawned on me, I was gonna find out something that he did not want to come out. That's why the first level of magic that they did on me was trying to tap out my gifts. When that didn't work, that's when they started the death rituals. Yeah, and that came up in the Eben Oracle reading too with the crown chakra energy. Yeah, that's why they're spending hundreds upon thousands of dollars. Yeah, they've been using taxpayer dollars. Yeah, they've been glamoring people. Yeah, because I was like, hold on. The karmic that started all this, she's broke. She doesn't have shit going for herself. She doesn't have a job. She's feeding this motherfucker blood. He knows. I was like, okay, so what's stopping you from rectifying the situation so I can keep on with my life and this shit doesn't happen again? I was like, why did it go this far? Because this motherfucker's a murderer. That's why. And all the karmics that watch my channel, they know he is because he likes to choke bitches out when he fucks. You know that. All of them that you fuck on him, you know that. That's how you know his signature. So those of you watching, now you know exactly why he gathered all of you guys. Now you know exactly why this is all going on. Now you know exactly why you're going to prison. Yeah. Because you guys don't even know. This has been going on literally for 2 years. They can't defeat me. They've had to call people from all far and wide, all kinds of witches and shit like that. But that's why they keep on backfiring and failing, because the spirit of those women that he killed are calling. This came up in the What is Their Karma reading. I think it was in August of 2020. Right before that, oh my God. Yeah. You guys remember the What is Their Karma reading that I did? And I started crying at the end at the fire sign. Let me pull that shit up. Let me pull that shit up real fucking quick. Yeah, someone swim with the fishes for sure. But all that spell work, because he was hiring them to do spell work around his secrets. Daisy's exposing me and she's trying to ruin my career. How do you help me stop this? How do I block her from? Yeah. But because he's so insolent and he's so animalistic, all that sex magic he was doing on me just kept on giving me a back door into his bullshit. Yeah, give you that drunk dick on some drunk bullshit. Yep. Yeah. And because he's always fucking drunk on something and has hella Neptune in his chart, it's like so easy to pick up with all that's going on. That's okay though. He's about to get his issue. And that's why I'm so glad that all you dizzy ass females went to go help him, because now you see what you got on your hands. And you guys got daughters. You guys got daughters. Some of you guys got sons. And look what you went to go run with. I think that's why I was like, that's why God let this happen, because they needed other people too to go with him. So now who's really the sacrifice? That's why this happened. Now it makes so much sense why I was getting gang stalked and dealing with all this bullshit. That's why that happened. And that's why my guides say you don't really have to worry about nothing. Like they're surefire going to prison. And I kept on like, I was like, I can't see it. Like, what's going on? They're like, just wait. You're going to see it. Just wait. Just wait. Divine timing. Boom. There you go. That's why we told you to chill, Daisy. That's why. Because my guides already knew what was going to come out from those waters. Yeah. Yeah. You will keep playing with people. And the FBI, they watch my channel because they be finding tips and clues and tips and shit for the other investigations that they do. Good. So there you go. That's why he's gang stalking me and lying and doing spell work. Because they did magic on the investigators to investigate me. You guys, they had my phone wiretapped, my house surveillance. Imagine being like a top FBI agent or like Desert Storm or whatever, like SWAT or whatever, and you're surveillancing this girl and all she does is go grocery shopping. She reads tarot. She makes videos for people. She helps people. She's making like music, chillaxing at her house. Nothing's happening at all. She's not meeting with some secret coven. She's not meeting with the International Ring of Thieves, because that's what they've been telling people. She's not hacking people or gang stalking or doing none of that. Yeah, that's exactly why they got caught up like that. But it was perfect that happened too. It was perfect that happened because they needed to see if he was willing to go all that far and lie like that, he's hiding something. You just played yourself. You should have never stepped into my lane with that bullshit though. For real, for real. That's why he got caught up. He was trying to play against me, but didn't I tell you that these karmics will remove their energy shield? Their secrets, the glamour spells that they run will break playing in your energy? Yeah. And it was perfect that he did that, because by playing with my energy, now everybody gets to see him. Let's get into this. So let's look. Oh, and the karmic masculine that I told his mom about these stories that I was writing, he knows. He knows because he came to me the other night in the dream state wearing the same green coat, crying. He knows. He knows. They know. He got in too deep, but that's exactly what he gets as well too, because he's always trying to chase after people of color for clout. That's what you get. Not all of us are cool peoples. Now you see. Now, what is their karma? Let's pull this up because this for sure came up in that reading. Yeah. Yeah. You motherfuckers play too much. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I'm so happy that all those karmics that were getting pregnant by him, you guys were doing love spells on a murderer and a narcissist. That's why a lot of these karmics that were playing with him, they're on the run from this country. Yeah. Yes. Yes. One of the specific females that her husband got killed by their ritual, he put a spell on her so he could fuck her so she can help them with their legal fees, because she's a lawyer. Yeah, a criminal justice attorney. Yeah, she was helping them. This is how you hide your transactions. Talk on Signal, hide this, hide that. Her whole Instagram is filled with tips and tools for criminals, and that's why she's under investigation right now, and she's on the run from the United States. Yeah, yeah. That's why all those females got burnt with HIV. Yeah. Keep on fucking playing with me. Let's see. What is their karma? I did this in August of 2020. I remember that reading specifically. All right. Miss Pluto pussy. Okay, let's see what this is. No, is it July? No. What is their karma? Is it this one? Let me see. Okay. These bitches will do anything for dick. Anything for dick. They do anything for clout. They do anything for dick. Even if that means chasing after killers. But that's why they all deserve that. Because now for them doing that and helping him with readings and magic and stuff like that, they picked up his curse. Yep. Yeah. Stop fucking playing with people. Okay, here we go. I was like, I'm sure that video did not get taken down at all. Huh? Yo. Is this it? Okay. Let's see. Wow, that's so crazy. Yo, it's like all of a sudden that video, the what is their karma from August is gone. And that was the video that had that energy in it. The fire sign, it was the fire sign reading. Wow. Holy freaking moly, yo. This shit is serious. They really took that video down. Huh. It's missing. And I think you guys remember that for those of you guys who have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know what I'm talking about because I started crying at the end of the reading. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't like this. So, anyways, wow. Should be a joke. It was the what is their karma reading? I'm on it. Yeah, please. It was in the you just watched it 2 days ago. Yeah, it was in the fire sign reading. Yeah, it was a reading you did in December. Okay, I did it in December. Okay, did I do it in December? The fire sign reading. What is their karma? The energies, the women in their energy fields. Okay, is the fire sign reading? Is this it? Let me see. I think this might be it. This might be it, but you guys remember what I was talking about in that reading, and I said that there's women coming out of the water and shit like that. This might be it?
Their karma slash what are they planning?
Oh my god, my nails just
and this
so
person
long.
is already getting their karma for this bullshit. Then you got sacral chakra energy right here too. Spreading entities with her mouth. It's called an names and trying to bind someone else against their will. Yeah, despondence. They're gonna constantly feel despondence and lack of love and lack of love. Clarify the mature woman in the Eight of Cups.
Wow. Yeah, that Eight of Cups, that Pisces energy. That might be it. But I want you guys to go find that video because I talked about it. It came up in that video in the fire sign reading, and this karmic has hella fire in their chart. So yeah. I thought November, but it must be December. Yeah, I just seen it. I looked it up. Please find that and post it in the comments if you can. But you guys, that's why. So this is what I just wanted to post and let you guys know. So yeah, this is how you catch a killer. Shit is hella crazy. Years before I even knew this karmic like that or was even connected to them, I was having dreams about them. And that's exactly why this all happened, because Saturn is in Aquarius right now too. And that's exactly what they get for playing games with me and playing with my name. And that's why it all had to happen just like this. That's why the Most High let it happen too, so that they can get caught up. That's why the Most High let it happen as well too. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, okay? I'm going to put like trigger warning on this so people don't, get the wrong idea. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.